I'd like to call to order the Board of Adjustments for November 29th, 2016. At this time, I'd like to, okay. We're going to start with roll call real quick. We got Mr. Steve Jofrion.
Here.
Mr. Eddie Crass.
Present.
Mr. Brandon Bennett.
Present.
And I'm Devin Graham, Chairman, present. We also have a new member. I'd like to introduce Ms. Darla Harris, and Mr. Cody Martin's going to swear you in.
I'm going to go ahead and swear you into the Board of Adjustments. Just repeat after me. I, Darla Harris,
I, Darla Harris,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of this state,
and
and that I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
and perform all the duties
incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Adjustments of Ascension Parish,
as a member of the Board of Adjustments of Ascension Parish,
according to the best of my ability
according to the best of my ability
and understanding,
and understanding.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Sworn in, man.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining. We've been needing some people. All right. And we're going to open the public comment period. This is just about the Board of Adjustments, not about an individual topic. We'll discuss those as the topics come up. So anybody have anything directed towards the Board of Adjustments? That being said, we'll close that public comment period. Gentlemen, ma'am, we'll do the acceptance of the minutes of the, I forgot the date, September meeting, September 27th meeting.
I'll motion to accept.
Got a motion by Mr. Brandon Bennett. Second by Eddie Crass. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Also, ask for the acceptance of the written decisions from the September 27, 2016 meeting. Motion, anybody?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Steve Jofrion.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Brandon Bennett. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. And now we'll start with public hearings. We're going to start with zoning review ID PZ-1110.16, which is lot 4B8A-1 through 4B8A-4 and lot 4A-1-H1-B through 4A-A-1-H-7 for Mr. Chet Simpson. Property is located on the east side of Oak Place Road, approximately 300 feet south of Highway 621.
Yeah, James Fragger representing Earls and Associates and Mr. Chet Simpson on following variance requests. I did notice there's a typo in the 6A. We'd like to be addressed. What we're asking for is a variance, and that is on that front building line of lots 4A, 1H, 2 through 7, and also just on lots 4B, 8A, 1 through 3. To be in conformity with the rest of the lots down that street. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly 9 lots.
Okay. And just to be clear, we're asking for a variance setback from the building line, right?
That's correct.
From 50 to 25.
It's an existing 25-foot building line from the property line on the other lots.
Yes, sir.
And this one is just, it's requiring 42.5. So we're just trying to make it all uniform.
Okay. Is there, Lance, I was kind of looking at it. Is there a reason they were changed? Was it just during the changes of the parish, or?
Yes, sir. Basically, yes. It wasn't caught at the initial state, and then when it was submitted for this last time, we caught it, I guess you could say, or it was noted that there was that the building line should have come from the center line of the road.
Okay.
It's a parishly maintained road, and it was an agreement to make it a private road where the developer was going to take over the road, and that has fallen through at the moment, but it's possibly going to be coming back.
So it's currently a Private or
It's,
public?
it's a public road.
I thought, I remember it went, okay.
Yeah, it's a public road.
Anybody else have any questions?
In the current lots, they're at 25 feet.
That's correct.
like you said. Okay.
So it's making it all just uniform.
What was the typo again? Is there a typo that
The,
needs to be
it
corrected?
says lot 4A, 1H, 1 through 7, when we're just going through 2 through 7, because we don't need a variance on that front lot. And on the other one should be 4B, 8A, 1 through 3. And I think there was a typo on that part, or no, that it was the front part. It says 4B, 8A through 4, and then it says 4A, 1H, 1B, and it, with that a lot, just, it wasn't continuation. So it was just either my poor handwriting or typo. Probably my handwriting.
Gentlemen, ma'am, any other questions? We'll have more, I promise, after that. Just let you know. All right, at this time, if you don't mind, we'll open public hearing. Anybody have anything to say about it, please step forward. Patrice, I'll say, do you have a role, or?
Yeah, so I'm Malcolm A. Babbitt. I'm one of the property owners adjacent to this trailer park. And my concern is I want to bring the drainage up right now. 'Cause I don't know if this is the proper forum, but I want it on the record that I'm checking on this drainage. Because when I built a road back on parallel to this property, the parish made me put two 18-inch culverts under the road extended on this property that they're asking for the variance on. So as soon as y'all pass this variance, if and when y'all pass it, they're gonna start digging, and I wanna know where that water's going.
So
And
you're,
I'm in favor of the variance as far as that goes, because it'll look a lot better on my property than have them all cattywampus on the lot. I'd rather have them parallel and go with the variance. And it'd be similar to what he's got on the other side. You know, they would be liking like this instead of like that.
okay. So you're on the east side, if you're looking, you'd be on the left side of it?
Yeah, I live on the airline side.
Okay, yes, sir, okay.
So I just wanted to, they got on this letter here, if you got any questions, to bring them up, because this might be the last letter I get from the parish. They might be digging over yonder, and I ain't had a chance to say nothing.
Yes, sir.
So I told Chad I'm gonna come out here tonight and put it on the record, and then we can find out what they're gonna do.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm getting old, and my son, I don't want him to have to put up with that after I'm gone.
Okay.
That's all I want to say.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
sir.
for the variance. Like you say, he parallels me all the way down, so
Thank you.
I'd rather have it straight. But
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't get the variance, you're gonna have to cock them.
Yes, sir.
So
All right, thank you so much.
that's my thinking. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it, all right. Seeing no one else, we'll close public hearing. And, Jim, you got any more questions, ma'am? Drainage, anybody?
How would that land? So you familiar with that at all?
I think at one time, Mr. Babin, I think Mr. Chet told me that it was your dad or somebody had signed an agreement with the parish for them to maintain the ditches on the side of his road, and the parish has never maintained it. So that's what his issue was, that now, 40-something years later, it's not draining anymore, and the parish won't clean out his ditches that they signed the agreement to.
Let me ask, what is the servitude? I'm not seeing it on here, at the rear of the lots.
It's a 20-foot setback.
It is a 20-foot setback, so that includes like any drainage servitudes or anything that might go through there? Are there any drainage servitudes
There's
in there?
none right now.
None right now?
No buildings can encroach into that 20-foot rear
Yes, sir.
setback.
Okay.
I wish we could do something about the drainage and have an answer for your question, but we just, none of us.
I wanted to put it on the record.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Back here 5 years from now, say I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the drainage meeting.
And I wish we could do something about that, but we just don't have any
Yeah.
power over drainage. I think it would conform with the rest of it, so I'd like to make a motion to accept.
I'd like to second that. Oh, sorry, we're not quite.
No, well, no, we're good. We can make the motion. I would like to make when you make the motion, can you put the edited lot numbers in it, or we gotta write them down as stated? I was gonna say, Ms. Fowler, you can say them again, so
Sure.
you can write, we need you to say it out loud.
Variances on lot 4A 1H2 through lots 4A 1H-7. Sorry about that. Lots 4B8A1 through 4B8A3.
I'll make a motion on those lots.
Cody, you okay with that, like that?
That's fine.
Okay.
As long as Patrice has it.
All right, we got a motion by Mr. Steve Jofion and
Second.
seconded by Mr. Eddie Krass. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes, thank you. Well, I'm getting a little bit. I've been up too long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to zoning review ID PZ-1111.16, located on the west side of Oak Ridge Drive, approximately 1,900 feet south of LA 933, Lot 16, Oak Ridge subdivision. Anybody here for that? How you doing, sir? If you don't mind, just step up, tell us what you're requesting.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for having me, giving me this opportunity to present my request for a variance to put a second home on a piece of property I own for a person that does not meet the definition of immediate family member. That person will live in the second home, will be my sister. Unfortunately, like a lot of other people, she got flooded, and she was in an area that had no flood requirements. It was not in a flood zone, so therefore she didn't have flood insurance. So she's not in a position to make repairs of $150,000. So to help her out, I'm offering to have her go ahead and put a manufactured home on my property that exists at this location at Oak Ridge Drive. Currently, there's a second home there right now that my son lives in. What we want to do is just move her in with the exact same type of manufactured home on that same piece of property. This would save her for that. She would not have to go buy a separate piece of property to put a manufactured home so she could live in it. Property prices are pretty steep right now. So this will allow her, within her financial means, to be able to go ahead and buy a manufactured home and put it on my property. The other point I wanted to make was the other reason we would like for her to get into Ascension Parish, because she was living in Baton Rouge where her home flooded, is to get her closer to us. She would be on the same property as my son. She's 73 years old. If something happens to her, medical emergency, or car won't start or something like that, we'd be closer to her to help her. Myself and my wife is only about 10 minutes away. We live in Ascension Parish also. So that's the second reason we'd ask y'all to really consider giving us a variance to allow her to put her home on this piece of property. And in terms of the immediate family, her husband and son have all passed away, so she has no immediate family. I'm her immediate family, myself and my wife. So we view her as immediate family. And I know it's not the same definition as immediate family on the books, which is a sister is not considered immediate family by the law. But we hope you can, kind of consider her situation to give us this variance. And the last thing I would mention is that we're not going to distract from the beauty of the neighborhood. We're putting a home that's going to be the same color. We're going to line it up. It's going to be like an L shape to the existing home. We're not cutting down any trees. We're not going to impact the drainage in any way. And all the neighbors have agreed that, they don't have a problem with us adding this home on this piece of property. In fact, this is a single road that has mixed housing and mixed kinds of buildings there. It's already got homes that are wood frame, brick, trailers, mobile homes. They've got barns, big workshops. So we're not going to distract from the beauty of that one road neighborhood. So I'd ask you to please consider this variance based on that she is kind of our immediate family.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Any questions?
Anybody, you got a question for him? We're gonna move the public hearing first.
So currently, there's one home
Right.
on the
Yeah.
land?
That's
And
correct.
then we're going to add another one?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just
the
making-
lot's 100 feet by 300.
Okay.
The present home, of course, faces the road, and all we're going to do is in the backyard, place this home right along the property line. Still leaves quite a bit of area in the backyard. It should be about 90 feet by 50 feet of yard space still open up back there.
We won't be going over any servitudes or?
No.
Okay. And your son currently lives on the property?
He currently lives on property. And we won't, the drainage is not going to get blocked. Of course, it's going to be up 30 inches off the ground, so it won't be blocking any drainage. So,
All right, let me ask the hard questions, if you don't mind.
I got
What's
you.
the
Go.
goal for after something changes in her life, where the home, what you're gonna do with the
Right.
home?
Okay.
Are you looking to remove it?
At some
or-
point, and we're looking at, that's probably something for when my wife and I get old and need somebody to take care of us, we would have it. Other than that, I don't know what else we would do with it. We'd just hold it until we need to move into it at some point down the road. I don't know what else to do with it. It'd just stay there.
I was gonna say, just
Yeah.
in the past, we put stipulations where removal after so long or cannot be used as a rental, things like that. Are you prepared for something like that?
Yeah, if you want to say that it cannot use as a rental, I'm okay with that. Yeah, for that home not to be used as a rental, I understand.
Cody, you feel like that's in the guidelines? When we've
I
done
don't
that?
see us removing this. I mean, hauling this home out would be pretty expensive once we get it placed. I was thinking more it'd be for either one of our other family members that may get up in age and need a place to stay. It'd be somebody like that. It'd be somebody, either myself or my wife, or another elderly family member. Be about the only thing I think of that we would use it for.
Yes, sir. Lance?
An immediate family member could, if it's there and something does happen, an immediate family member, parent, grandparent, child, or grandchild of the owner could reside in that mobile home.
Yes.
So if it's someone other than that, then he would have to come back here and start this process over.
Well, you can make that, make that a stipulation that, we would, if anybody other than immediate family again, we can come back and ask for another variance at that point in time.
So we
Yes,
can't put a stipulation to prevent it from turning into a rental property?
He wouldn't be
will.
permitted to rent it, so,
Right.
because the mobile home or the home was placed there after the effective date of the ordinance that states that you can only have immediate family members reside on this property.
But let me ask the question, the existing home that's there, if I want to rent it, let's just say in the future, I
No,
can't
sir.
rent it either. So neither one could be, okay, just a point of clarification. Okay. So I understand what we're agreeing
All right.
to.
Well, we'll open a public hearing real quick.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to open a public hearing. Patrice, nobody signed up? All right, at this time, we'd like to close public hearing. Congratulations, you get to come right back up. Anybody else have any other questions? Ms. Harris, you ready? Put you on the spot? Go for your own?
I have no questions.
No questions. All right. No questions. Anybody have a motion prepared to?
I'd like to make a motion, because I think this is the true definition of a hardship, and, I think it's a family member, not immediate. I don't know how a sister cannot be immediate family member, but I'd like to make a motion to accept.
Got a
We're gonna
motion to
put-
accept as written?
I'll second.
Are we going to put stipulations?
With stipulation.
I was going to say, stipulations, anything like that?
Can we put the stipulation?
I mean, you can put a stipulation, but
I really don't think it's
you need a
needed
stipulation
because-
because all you approving is that he is
Okay.
allowed to put it pursuant to the secondary family residence ordinance already, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, if it's not needed, it's not
As
needed.
written, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll second.
All right. I have a motion by Mr. Steve Joffion, seconded by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
So I can proceed and go ahead and get work started. Okay,
sir.
thank
Yes,
y'all
sir.
very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, I'd like to look at zoning review ID PZ-1130.16. Property located on the south side of North Tomplay Road, approximately 1,050 feet north of Weber City Road, lot 1-A-2.
I think you may have skipped C, unless I got a different agenda than you. Take C?
Which one are we, is it the Myers?
No, Lot E of the Irvin Terrio property for Jesse and Sherry Waggis.
You got one hiding.
Wax. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that one earlier. I got the agenda, though. All right, I'm sorry about that. We'll start over. Zoning review ID PZ-1112.16, Lot E of the Irwin, trying to remember how to say this right, Terriot property for Jesse and Sherry Wagasback. Property located on the west side of Palmer Road, approximately 700 feet south of Highway 74. Anyone here? Sir?
I'm Jesse Wagasback. My wife Sherry Wagasback's here with. We have a lot E on Palmer Road that we're asking for a variance on the to subdivide into 2 equal portions of land. Requirement is 90 feet, I believe, and we have 172 feet road frontage, and we'd like to divide it equal portions, which would be about 86 feet apiece. And we are reason for it, we've been affected by the flood. We have a primary home on Cannon Road that was affected by the flood. We've been displaced and we're still out of the home trying to do repairs. And the insurance money we're getting is far short of the money that's we required to do the repairs. So we're going to take the opportunity, if we can get the lot divided and sell right now, sell 1/2 of it or one portion of it, and potentially keep the other portion as a built-in location for us later. So we're requesting for the variance to make it 86 feet wide versus the 90 minimum requirement.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for the gentleman? I see an MLS sheet. So you purchased the property back in, was it 2013?
Probably so about 4 years, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said you're dividing it so you can sell one side of it and you're going to build on the other side of it?
Yeah, more than likely, we're looking at the potential of building, but right now we need some cash in order to supplement the repairs on our primary home right now that will be being shorted by the flood insurance, of course. So we need to get the money because we still have a mortgage on our primary home also. So that's why we got to go ahead and fix it.
Anybody else have any questions? All right, sir. At this time, we'll open public comment period. Patrice, anybody to speak on this one? Also, no one. Welcome back to the podium. Do you have any more questions? I don't know if y'all know about where this is at or not. I guess some apartments and all of it. All right, questions, motion?
What size, once you split it in half, what size are the 2 lots gonna be?
Well, right now, the main lot right now, the lot is 172 by 199 deep.
Okay.
And we're going to split it in half if that's okay with the variance. It's going to come out to about 86 each on road frontage. And, of course, we entertain the option, I guess, if you would like to make one legal 90 feet, and then that'd leave the remaining portion about 82 feet. You'd have one legally at 90, and it would leave 82 left on the other portion,
Yes, sir.
instead of splitting it half, 50-50 in half.
Lance, we're not trying to put you on the spot on this one, but the square footage is not going to meet the square footage at all either.
No, he's going to meet the minimum lot size of 16,000 square feet.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah, because a lot 90 by 180,
Yeah.
87, 88 is 16,000. So we
Okay,
should make that.
okay. So it's just just the road frontage on the rural, okay. Not bad, it's only,
I was looking to see, comparatively to these other properties. If it,
I'll make a motion to accept the variance.
I'll second it.
all right, gentlemen. I got a motion to accept the variance as written by Mr. Brandon Bennett, second by Mrs. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
all my stuff all messed up here. All right, now we're looking at zoning review ID PZ-1130.16 for lot 1-A-2 of Fred Webb property for Wayne Webb, located on the south side of North Tomplay Road, approximately 1,050 feet north of Weber City Road. Anyone here to speak on that?
I'm Wayne Webb. The person involved is my stepdaughter. It's my wife, Vicky. She was supposed to have an apartment in her father's home, but to undue circumstances, he's having to sell his home. And he offered to buy her a trailer or provide her with a trailer or mobile home if we found the property to put it on. And we're asking for a variance to put that mobile home on our property. We also have a 22-year-old daughter that has methylmalonic acidosis, and at some point, she requires 24-hour care. And she lives with us. At some point in the future, we see her needing other care than what her mother and I and her caregivers can provide her. And we're also looking to maybe put her in that mobile home one day also.
Gentlemen,
I got letters from all my neighbors, certified letters. Got a letter from another neighbor that's willing to cede right of way, all certified, notarized.
So your daughter will be the one that moves into this mobile home?
We have a 17-year-old daughter that's graduating this year, and her plans were originally to move into an apartment in her father's house. Due to unforeseen circumstances, his business is closing. He's having to sell his home, and he's moving to his camp in Bell River. That apartment is no longer available to her.
over on Tomplay, what's the zoning right now? Is it conservation?
No, sir, it's rural.
Rural?
Yes, sir.
2 per acre?
2 per acre.
So we're just under.
And it's just under 8.
Yeah, 2 per acre, 0.83, yeah.
Any questions, anyone? Yep.
I also have 14-year-old twin boys, and they're all still in the same bedroom. They're young men. And we're looking at the future, too, for when Maddie finishes college, maybe have them also stay in the trailer.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned something in your letter that says adjacent landowner granting each other 8 foot of right-of-way to be used as mutual. What do you mean by that?
That's the landowner on the west of me. She's already, I think she's put 2 trailers on her property already, but I don't know if they're going to be able to be hooked up. I just asked her for right-of-way, so if we put Maddie's trailer on that west boundary line, I would have right-of-way to drive behind my trailer. I have a shed that was previously there that was grandfathered in, that I think it's 8 feet from her property line. And we signed a right-of-way. I'm giving her 8 feet, she's giving me 8 feet, just so we can put a driveway right there. So we can put that mobile home in the backyard instead of on the front southeast boundary line behind my father's old property, which would put it almost right on top of the road.
All right, we'll open public comment period if y'all don't have any more
Yeah, I
questions.
don't have any more.
All right, sir. Patrice, anyone here to speak on it?
Gavin?
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are y'all?
Good.
We're just here to kind of oppose them being able to put this trailer in the spot. They're on a tight lot. The street, it's a curve right where they're trying to place this trailer, and we have a lot of kids on the street that ride up and down the street. And, I mean, 1, I don't think they have a big enough space. 2, I think it kind of interferes with the safety of the street to have somebody place a trailer when it's going to be a blind curve as it is. It's going to be even harder if there's a trailer sitting there. That's basically my main concern on it. And I mean, especially since there's, there might be property available on that street or somewhere else that might be more beneficial for them to.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate it.
Me, Cullen?
Where does he live?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure where you said he lived. Patrice, we'll have no problem.
Hey, how are y'all?
Yeah, you don't.
I oppose it, just strictly just trying to uphold our property values. We are a rural street. It's got houses, brick homes, frame homes, and trailers, but I just don't think we need to squeeze another trailer in there. The lot next to him that he says gave him permission, she's put 2 trailers on there without permission at all. They're just 2 old, nasty-looking trailers stuck on her lot. She's got a house in the middle with 2 trailers pulled on the side of it. I don't think she came to anybody for permission for that. I don't know. That's not what we're here for, but I'm just here to protect our property value, so I oppose it.
And you're a resident of
I
on
am.
the street?
I am. I have 3 houses on that street, so I oppose.
Okay.
What was your name again? No, I'm sorry, yours and what was your-
Tammy
What was your
Cullen.
name again? Gavin? Okay.
Gavin
And you live
Cullen.
on the street as well? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dennis Cullen.
Chairman, Board, I oppose this also, well, the same reasons that they mentioned before, but it's too little of a property to try to put 2 households on. It's gonna turn out bad. One day there's gonna be a fire in one, and the next thing you know, the next one's gonna be on fire too. And then there's another house right next to that one. So you got house, trailer, trailer, and then trailer, house, trailer. One day it's all gonna go up in smoke. So I oppose it all. Thank you.
Are you also a resident?
I
on-
do. I own 3 houses. That's my wife back there, Tammy, the pretty one.
Thank you, sir.
Francis Richard.
It is a small property. I looked at it before I came. It's very small.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Yourself? Yeah,
I'm present.
I'm in the same situation. I've been back there since 1980, and you know, the more trailers you get into place, it started off as being a little trailer area, then it kind of cleaned up, and then we don't need that back there, because nothing good comes from that, nothing.
Okay.
And like Gavin mentioned, you know, the safety of the kids, same thing. It's in a bad area, right there on the curve. Hey, people go through there like every day to do it. And I think just putting another trailer would be just, they're more congested.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Dr. Ashley Fleming.
Also a resident of North John Tomplay Road, and recently had appraisals done on property. One of the comments of the appraiser and reasons why the property values were going down was because there were certain amounts of trailers in the vicinity. And again, so we're just trying to protect our property values by not having more move in, because that was one of the comments of the property appraisers, is that there were too many in the area already. Thank you.
What was your name?
Ashley Fleming.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, no one else to speak. We'll close public comment period. Yes, sir. We're going to come back up, and we'll have some more questions for you. You can come up, sir. I apologize.
Can we put this up on the map? Can we put this up so he can show? We have. I mean, it looks like we have 2 pin marks on here, but where exactly are they wanting to place the trailer?
Bring it down. Perfect. Unless you want to zoom in.
No, that's fine. So the 2 pin marks, that's what they're wanting to.
No,
I was about to say, if you can.
that's an old plat map.
Okay, so the shop and the other trailer is currently on this map.
This is
It's
my
not
shop
there?
right here.
And that's
This-
current, that's existing. right?
This was my mobile home that I first had there, which is no longer there. My mobile home now is like this, and we're looking to put it here. Mr.
Garen?
The first man that spoke is referring to, this is John Tomplay Road here. This is the back of my property line. There's a wooden fence there and a swimming pool inside that fence, which is not but, I think, 12 feet from the road. It's already there. I think he's thinking that I want to put the mobile home right here. That's not the case. That's why I asked for my neighbor Joni to cede me right of way around this back line right here so we could have a driveway right there. That being said, Mr. Cullen and all of his family used to live down the road at some point, all in mobile homes too. They have changed their living quarters. They moved off, came back, and they built. My home is not directly connected to either one of their properties. All of my neighbors, which is all related to them, I believe, except for Joni, don't have a problem with it. There's no safety issue. It wouldn't add any more traffic. Maddie is already living at my home and pulling in my driveway. Only thing she would be doing is going in my backyard.
Any other questions?
And all your neighbors in the areas next to you, they were part of this
You have letters right
packet
there.
for their
Every
no
one
objection?
of those neighbors is directly on my boundary line.
Okay.
There was one that's Mr. John Tomplay's sister. She got flooded during the flood. She's living in California right now, I think, while her home is being repaired. I forgot her last name. She didn't get permission, but she's living in California. But Mr. John right across the street, Sammy right across the street, my neighbor Matt Broussard right there, it's on my dad's old property, and Joni, the person they're talking about. Now, this is just my opinion. Joni has moved 2 pieces of trailer onto her property. I have nothing to do with that. They are not nice trailers.
No, sir. We'll stick to the point, though.
I think if they came back up here, they would all say that Joni has been a problem to them at times in the past, but that has
yes,
nothing
sir.
to do with what I'm trying to do.
There's nothing to do with this right
Right.
now at all.
Right.
All right. Gentlemen, ma'am?
I just want to be clear on the right-of-way would be from the back side of that trailer out to the road?
The back side of the shop, right here. Well, see, this is John Tomplay Road. My property line is actually, the stake is actually right in the middle of the road.
Yes, sir.
And the right-of-way would be this side of her property and this side of my property, so we could get access to the mobile home right here. And that's where I had my mobile home there before. I had a mobile home there from 97 to 2001, and I put this triple wide there in 2001.
Yes, sir.
And it's almost a whole acre, so it's not congested. The nearest house to me would be Joni's house, which is at least 60, 70 feet away. There's no way that house is gonna catch on fire and start mine on fire. And I've been down there since 1997. We haven't had a house fire since then.
Yes, sir. Okay. Get a motion? It's,
And public hearing's closed, don't it?
yeah, public hearing's closed, ma'am. I apologize. Thank you, though. Someone else now? Questions?
So we
Motion?
did say that the land directly to the side that would be Joni Stafford was the
Yes.
one who,
On the west side.
on the west side. So what it says on the map, Bradley Langlois,
Here,
that's her land there?
this is hers over here. Yes.
I don't see which.
Well, you're not on, but would it be the Bradley Langwall?
I'm sorry?
I can't see what you're pointing at, but would it be the Bradley property?
Yeah,
There.
Bradley
Yes,
Langwell,
sir.
that's who
Okay.
used to own it, yes.
Be on the west side, so that's where they're talking about having the right of way, which we don't have nothing to do right now.
And again, all we want is this for our family. And it is a hardship. And, I mean, we're not asking for anything special, and we're not degrading the property. I have a nice home. I take care of my property, take care of my kids. I'm worried about safety of everybody's children down that road.
Yes, sir. Get a motion? Or?
Can we motion, do we stipulate where they are able to put the mobile home or not? No?
I mean, you guys are granting the variance, you can grant the variance you want to.
Oh, yeah?
My property is like a big L. You know, I mean, if it was all just added on, it wouldn't be an issue. But when it was subdivided, that's the way it had to be done. If you look closely, my property actually goes across, all the way across John Tomplay Road, which I don't have access to that.
Question, Lance. I'm reading the maximum residential and rural district So if this was an acre lot, it wouldn't even be an issue?
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's only an issue because it's
Less than.
.83 of an acre?
That's correct.
Which it looks like, I mean. All right, one more time with the pin marks. There's a pin marking on our drawings that we're trying to decipher. It is the one closest, the one further north, right at the end of the trailer between where it says shop and your trailer.
Yes, sir.
That pin drawing of a square.
This is the shop,
Yes, sir. Go down one more. There's like a ink pen drawing.
right here.
Yes, sir. What is that?
That's my home
That's
now.
your current home now. So
Yes,
the
a
home you
triple
want
wide
to place
trailer.
it will be behind this home,
Yes, sir.
not interfering with the road.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, you still have to meet the other setbacks with the property setbacks on the sides and all, so that's, you have to
Okay,
place
yeah,
it. That's what's
yeah.
important.
The only issue that we had of putting the home in, we didn't want to put it here either. I think the first gentleman's concerned with putting it right there, which I don't think safety would be an issue, but we didn't want it there just for cosmetics and privacy. So I did my homework. I drew up the paperwork like I was supposed to, and I went to my neighbors, and I got everything notarized and filed. And I'm here and asking for that for my family.
Yes, sir. All right.
The only thing difference is gonna make is there's gonna be maybe a driveway right there, maybe not. There may be a way around that, but that's why I asked Joni to give me right of way, and I gave her right of way of 8 feet or whatever it was.
So if there wasn't a driveway there, how would you have access to that second trailer that you want to put in?
She'd have to park and walk around the back. And that's fine, except for inclement weather, when she got her books and family. And like I said, our other daughter, that we hope to put in that home one day, she's wheelchair bound, she's 22 years old, and she requires 24-hour care.
Yes, sir. All right. Jim, I think we got enough homework. Anybody got an motion to offer up? Or questions?
I don't have any more questions.
Discussion? I was about to say you want to discuss. Steve, you're Santa Mall. What do you think?
What was that?
So you Santa Mall. What do you think? See that or the motion?
I'm really inclined to do this because of the fact that he's not very shy of an acre, and if he had an acre, it wouldn't even be an issue. But I'm also,
Well, it is
I'm also hearing the,
2 residents per 1 lot is what we're.
yeah, for an acre, you know, I mean, basically, he's here tonight because he's got 0.83 of an acre,
Right.
which I don't know how many square feet less that is an acre, and it's,
That's over 1,600 square feet too, I think, or 16,000.
ain't very much. So that's, I'm really having a hard time because so many of the neighbors showed up and spoke on it, and understand nobody wants trailers added into their subdivision, me included, but people gotta have a place to live, and,
There are tons of trailers already there. Mr.
yeah, I
Gilmore.
know, I understand.
And
but
actually, they used to live in the same mobile homes.
It's,
Yeah, so
it's
that's
more trailers, and I've lived in a mobile home. People need a place to live, especially when they're young. Now, I guess if we make a motion on this, we don't need to add anything to the fact that she's the only one that can live there, being it's his daughter, right? Is that correct?
Well, no, we're going to
Be like the
same as
last one,
last time.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, being that you're just shy of the acre, and you do truly have a hardship, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a motion to approve it personally. As written.
I'll second that motion.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. Eddie Krause to approve as written, seconded by Mr. Brandon Bennett. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank y'all
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
All right. We Now look forward at zoning review ID PZ-1131.16, located on the east side of Dozen Myers, approximately 1,050 feet north of Stringer Bridge. Anybody here to represent that? Please step forward, sir, and tell us what your intentions are.
My mother, Shirley Myers. I'm her daughter, Becky McNair. She don't like the public speaking. Anyway, we're requesting a variance. She has 1 1/3 acres of property. She has 3 dwellings on it already. Since the flooding, one of the existing pieces, which was right before her trailer, we had put in a trailer just for some of us to stay since the flood. I flooded. My son flooded. She flooded. So just all of us there working, trying to just live. We need to move in another mobile home, a double wide behind her.
We're a little short on the property.
Yeah. We were told we needed a acre and a quarter. I mean, yeah, acre and a half. We had 1 1/3. And we sound like these people back here.
I was about to say, we haven't.
Well, we got, what it is, we got a mobile, it's a double wide mobile home that
Yes,
been
sir.
given to us. We wanna put the property set up, her trailer's on the front here. We have another mobile home here that belongs to her brother, and another mobile home in the back on
Yes,
this other side that belongs to her brother. We got a blank spot back here in the back corner, and we're trying to get permission to put this back here. And what I'm wanting to do, when I do it is, I'm wanting to, the 2 mobile homes for the brothers already, both of them have sewer treatment plants down for it. The old resident that the trailer she's still in still has a septic tank. So I'm trying to get it to where when I move this one in, if I can get permission to move it in here, to put a big enough sewer treatment plant down so I can pick her trailer up off of this trailer too.
Yes.
It shouldn't, to be honest with you, we got 3 mobile homes on the property now, and where we're asking to put the mobile home at is the highest place on the property. We have nothing not sitting on it. It's on the back corner of the property. We don't need nobody, I mean, we don't need right of way and all, it's all staying on our property.
Yes.
On her, on mother-in-law's property. Her name is Rhett McNair.
Any questions?
So it's 2 units per acre, right? Rule. So we would have 4 on 1.3 acres.
Right now. You said you have 3 right now, right? Is that
Yeah.
all right?
Yes, sir, they have.
And actually, the
They
way
have 2
it's,
small mobile homes on it.
Huh?
One of them the 12 by 50, the other one the 12 by 50. And then we have the one trailer that's a 16 by 80 now on it.
yeah, one of
And
the
the one we
smaller
actually
ones
put
has a front porch, patio, roof,
Yeah,
double
I'll say
carport.
The older
Big roof
one.
on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Go to public hearing? All right. At this time, we'd like to open public hearing. If you don't mind, Ms. Patrice, you got anybody on it?
Have Ms. Connie Rowe, and she's speaking on behalf of Fort.
Okay.
I'm here speaking not only for myself, but for other family members, and these are also my family. Most of this road was owned by my great-grandmother. For years and years, it has been in the family. It's been there. We are opposed to this variance for several reasons. Already, there's too many dwellings on the property, because there's only 2 dwellings should be, I think, from what I understand. But it's a dead-end road. It has, since they've moved the 3rd one in there, it has increased the traffic, for one. There are numerous children living down this street. The traffic down our street has increased. There is a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit down there, which is entirely too fast, in my opinion, which I've already addressed with the with the parish. But I think it's just a dangerous situation, and it's just going to cause more traffic and a lot more danger for the children that live there.
All right. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Okay. At this time, we'll close public hearing. Gentlemen, if y'all would step back up. Any more questions for the family?
Well,
I'm going to speak up now.
No.
I'm going to speak up now.
So just to make sure that I'm,
This little lady.
Ma'am, we're going to stay in order if you don't mind.
I just think it has the traffic because it is more of us.
And we have children back there.
And we have children as well.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am, okay.
I have great-grandchildren.
That's
back
fine. We don't do
I'm on the
traffic too
end,
much, so we're okay
okay?
with that. We're going to stay on subject. Thank y'all.
We are,
Okay.
and we just need somewhere for now. We've taken all of our savings since the
Yes, ma'am.
flood.
I think everyone
Trying to
has.
help Mom
Yes,
get her place because she didn't have insurance. She didn't get help.
Yes, ma'am. That's,
We were renting, and we need this
yes, ma'am.
for everybody, for all of us.
All right. We'll see what we get.
just making sure my math is correct, it would be, so they're probably about 0.7 acres short?
Yes, correct. Yes, they would need 2 acres in order to put 4 dwellings on the
Put 4,
property.
and so they're about 0.7-ish. Okay.
All right. Any more? Coming up to the hard time then. The motion?
I'll make a motion to deny the variance on, I just feel it's too many dwellings on this amount of property, or for the acreage that's available, so I'll motion to deny.
Got a motion by Mr. Brandon Bennett to deny. Anybody else? Any seconds?
What?
They denied it.
You got to be joking.
Gonna fail. Substitute motion?
You would have to really come out there and see it
I mean, if you look on
because
map, trailer
the
park
way
is
it's set up,
Yes, ma'am. Let me.
The thing
May
is,
I- may I-
we're living there.
I understand. I'm gonna ask for order,
Yes, sir.
please. Thank you. Got a motion to deny. Anybody second it? Motion fails for lack of second. I do need a motion though, gentlemen and ma'am.
Can I say anything?
Yes,
I'm asking.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
I mean,
I'll give you.
We're living back there now with my brother-in-law.
Yes.
We have no choice. I mean, if we don't put a trailer there, we're still gonna live there. The traffic's still gonna be the
Yes, sir.
same.
Yes, sir. Well,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
what
I'm not worried
saying.
about. I'm not worried about traffic. We're
I understand that.
dwelling acreage adjustments.
Okay.
I can
Would
adjust
it-
traffic.
Appreciate
We
your
change
time.
that.
No, we're not finished yet.
We're not finished, ma'am. We're not finished. We haven't. Sorry. We haven't.
Would it help the family any if we put granted a variance with a time limit of, say, 2 years, year and a half?
Put a stipulation on the length of the dwelling can stay on property.
Well, and that'll probably be fine, be honest with you, and I hate to say it this way, look, eventually, you know what I'm saying, let me ask you this, eventually, would that dwelling have to come off, or could any of them come off?
Depends on how he makes the motion.
I think,
what I'm saying?
I think if I understand the 1.33 acres, he can have 3 dwellings?
No, he's technically out of.
still
Truth
Well,
is probably grandfather though.
I think,
I mean, it only
I-
had
I-
2 on it,
yeah, okay,
well, it had 2, and
I
then they
think y'all would
granted
have
it
to,
for the third.
you'd have to take that up with Lance when you decided to move one off, so, or come for
Well, what
another
I'm saying
variance.
is like mother-in-law's trailer has a roofing all over it
Yes,
right now
yeah.
and all that, it's an older trailer though.
Yeah,
Eventually down the road, when
Yeah,
she's
but I-
not there, you know what I'm saying? I would
Yeah,
rather
but-
take this one
I'm
down
gonna croak
than
one
do,
day.
one day, you know what I'm saying?
We
Now, I
gon-
hate
we
to
gon'
say a
work-
2-year limit on a croaking, but I mean.
we're gonna worry about the
Yes, sir.
here and now and whatever, so I'm gonna make a motion
Can I get
for a
3 years?
variance for 2 years to allow a 4th home here because of the circumstances of the hardship and the flooding, which we're all going through here, myself included. So, I'll make that motion.
All right. Lance, hold on.
Make sure, if you're going to allow that, make sure that when you make the motion, that is 3 years from the date of permitting, if you're going to do that. from this date.
Yeah, I'd like it from the date of permit,
Like
yeah.
2 years or 3 years?
Whatever, I mean, whatever they use, whatever.
I'm
they-
asking for 3 if I can.
The date of permit or the day it sets foot on the earth?
That's why I'm asking for 3. It's gonna take me 6 months to get it there after I get the
Okay,
first permit.
I make a motion to grant a variance to have this mobile home here for 2 years from the time it's placed on the lot and lived in and got its occupancy permit.
That's great. From occupancy, yes, all right, great.
I'll be happy to second that.
All right.
As long as we have the time stipulation.
I have a motion by Mr. Steve Jeffrion, seconded by Mr. Eddie Krass. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. All right. It's not one of the short meetings. Old business. I don't believe we have any old business. I don't believe we have any new business. We do have a new member. Again, I want to thank you. And we're looking for one more right now. Or?
None as of right now.
None as of right now.
Potentially one.
Okay. And now we'll have the motion everybody loves. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I will motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Brandon Bennett, second by Mr. Steve Jeffrion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.